Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
And Spotify.
all this is going viral.
If you're 59 years old and you've been playing scratchers ever since you could, that means you've been playing scratchers for 40 years, right? 30 years? Am I doing the math right here on this? No, 40 years. For 40 years, you've been playing the scratchers. Gentleman in Michigan bought a scratcher and he won $1 million on it. Says he's been playing his whole life. Super excited about it.
I didn't know you could win that much on a scratcher.
Oh yeah, if you pay up, you can get, you're dealing with the penny scratchers, the ones and the twos, the threes.
I buy the $5 scratch cards.
Yeah, you got to go high for $1 million. You got to go like they have scratchers. I believe, Jeremy. I think they have scratchers that are like they might have like $100 scratchers.
One card, one ticket. One scratcher.
Let's look it up on California's lottery's website.
Gosh, I thought when I was going big, when the $5 or $10 scratchers, because that's all they have.
Oh, I'm with you on this. I'm with you on this one too. I mean,
I don't know.
I cannot justify like putting $100
in one scratch
buying
card.
one card for $100. I don't know if that's the case. Let's see. Where are the scratchers?
The one thing did you ever do pull tabs, or have you ever done pull tabs? Pull tabs are fun because
I remember doing it when I was like younger, but I forget how it worked. Like
so you get up there the machine and they have all the winnings, and then they scratch it off when somebody wins. So then you go look at the stack in the machine, and then you compare it to how many of the big winners have gone, and then that's how I play. But I think that's how most people play. And then you put your 20 in, and then you go do.
Why wouldn't you? Come on, sort these.
And then you end up winning maybe $1. So you spent $19.
Oh no, the highest the state of California goes is $30 on a scratcher.
Oh, okay.
And you could win. You could win $10 million on that one.
Pretty good.
Which is that's pretty awesome. This guy won $1 million, so he must have spent like $10 to $20 on his, and he did what I'm afraid I would do if I win the lottery. I play the lottery a fair amount, and I'm always worried about winning the lottery. Are you ever worried about winning the lottery?
Like what's going to happen
and
to you?
How you would handle yourself?
No, I've never thought about it.
I don't know how I would handle myself if I looked at my ticket and I saw 6 numbers that matched, or the app tells me, congratulations, you won millions of dollars. I don't know how I would react to that. I would like to play it cool like that guy did on Everybody Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when he called his dad up and he said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm going to win $1 million. That guy's the coolest guy ever, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't know that I would do that, though. I think I would go into crazy white boy celebration mode. Like crazy. This guy drove off with the pump in his car because he went in, started pumping the gas, went in, bought the scratcher, came back, gas was still pumping, scratches the tickets, ends up winning $1 million, gets excited, jumps in his car, takes off with the gas thing in his pump, in his car.
What happens? Does the whole hose rip off?
It does. It's got a breakaway nozzle. So, but have you ever seen somebody drive away with these
I have never
things?
seen
Oh
it.
God, it's so funny.
But I can only imagine. I'm sure that they figured it out because people have probably been doing it for so long.
Oh yeah.
But it used to be really bad.
Yeah, they break away. They have like a coupling on
And
them.
it shuts off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I really worry about how I'm going to conduct myself if I ever win the lottery.
What do you do if you win if you have a scratcher or you have the actual ticket itself? There's a phone number on the back. Do I trust that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Do I have to drive all the way to Fresno in order to get the money? And then how slow am I going to be driving from here to Fresno?
And what do you do with the ticket in the meantime?
Or wherever I have to go.
Safe.
I have no idea where you go. Where do you go if you win
Do you keep the ticket on you? Do you put it in do you go to the bank and get a security box? I mean, do you get those right away, or do you have to get approved for that? Do you leave it in your house? What if your house burns down or somebody robs you?
Where do I go if I win the lottery? This is a search. Okay. There are district offices Any prize that's over $600, you have to claim at a district office. Where see all different.
They should be able to wire you the money now, right? And then you got to tell them if you're going to take the lump sum.
No, we're done. Well, yeah, it is. It's Fresno. Fresno's our closest one.
So we have to drive to Fresno.
Or where's 5? Chatsworth. Fresno or Chatsworth. Fresno's closer.
Is it?
Yeah, by a lot.
I can make it to Chatsworth in like 2 hours.
Well, then you go, Parnelli Jones.
You go down the 101, you take the 23 junction. I think it turns into I forget.
Go for it, Mario.
And then you go through Mariposa.
You're not driving to Chatsworth in 2 hours. You're not driving to Chatsworth in 2 hours. From your house, no way.
Maybe 2.5?
Probably. If you're driving super duper.
But I'm south, man. I mean, if you live in Paso, you probably want to go to Fresno. But if you live in Arroyo Grande or Santa Maria, you're south, Napomo, you want to go to Chatsworth.
The thing that sucks is, like, if you live in, like, Eureka or anywhere north of, what's the northernmost office? Sacramento. Anything north of Sacramento, you have to drive to Sacramento to do it. It's like the lottery district offices are so concentrated, it's ridiculous. There's 5 in Southern California, 4 in Central, or what they like to call Northern. Morons. Look at the map.
And then when you walk in and say, hey, I won the lotto.
I know that.
You just walk in there and say, I won the lotto?
Is there a special parking spot when
Anybody
I get there?
won the lotto? 805-543-3693.
Have you ever had to go to the district office to claim a prize, which means it's over $600?
And are people just waiting in the parking lot to take people out and mug
Right,
them?
exactly. In this day and age, when people are stealing your catalytic converters, you don't think there's somebody camped out in a Fresno parking lot somewhere waiting for that car to pull in?
Before you go to Fresno, are you packing?
Oh, I'm done playing the
lottery.
lottery.
Are you packing heat?
I'm done playing the lottery now.
Are you packing? If you have to drive to Fresno?
I would do something, yeah. Some kind of pack. I don't know what kind of pack.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
What's worse than pulling into the parking spot in Fresno to claim your lottery winnings? If you're just joining us this morning, we were talking about what do you do if you win the lottery. A guy in Michigan drove off with the gas pump in his car. It broke away. He took off because he won $1 million. You kind of forget whatever you're doing at the time, the moment that something life-changing like that happens. It happens to everybody. When you find out you have
this would happen to me.
a
I
kid,
could do it.
or you're
Distracted.
whatever the case is. So we were talking about the closest office seems to be Fresno to the Central Coast, or Chatsworth if you're in areas of South Central Coast. And driving there, how slow you're going to drive there. When you get there, there's got to be people staking out, people that are pulling into that parking lot. There's only one reason why you're pulling into that parking lot at the claim center. I don't even know what the claim center looks like. It better be nondescript and like almost fake.
Like some just office, like business park.
Yes.
It's just a door.
Yes, like it should be in the same building that we're in here.
Yeah.
Because
you got to give it a knock.
Yeah. Suite 375 or something like that. So I was looking up and I was like, I don't want to play the lottery anymore. If I have to drive to Fresno, park in this parking lot, somebody's going to see me pull in the parking lot. See, look at my San Luis Obispo license plate frame and go, what's this guy doing here? This is where I know what the lottery ticket office is.
Where do you put the lottery ticket? Is it in your pocket? Do you have a briefcase that's handcuffed to your wrist?
In a Ziploc bag in my butt crack.
Oh, God.
Well, I want to make sure it's safe.
Poor people at the lottery office.
I know, exactly. Well, you do it to yourselves, lottery office. You do it to yourselves by only having 9 offices across the state. Option B on this. Would you ever do this? Fill out a form and attach the lottery ticket and send it off in the mail.
Don't. Sorry if you're...
You only have option A and B on this one, by the way.
I'm driving it. I mean, how much is
Risk your life pulling into a Fresno parking lot or trust the U.S. mail.
I mean, if it's $600, I'm not driving to Fresno or Chatsworth. But if it's over $1,000...
Well, would you mail away for that $600?
I think I would.
Okay, so what's the cutoff for the mail away?
1,000.
1,000? Anything over 1,000 you would drive to?
1,000 or more I would probably drive. I'd make a day of it. Hey, let's go to Fresno. I heard the zoo's nice.
The zoo is nice there.
Jeff said the zoo's nice.
Great. The zoo's great in Fresno.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't even tell my wife that we won. Not until I had the money.
We're going to go with Fresno Zoo.
By the way, we just won
That's what I would do too.
$25,000
with the lottery. That's how I treat it too. Not until I've picked it up and
Nobody
have cash
knows.
in hand.
Nobody.
I am not telling anybody.
I don't want anybody to know. Yeah, I don't want to tell anybody. Just take care of it, get it done. And then, hey,
this
guess what?
stupid state,
It's in our
though. This
account.
stupid state makes it public information when you win the lottery. I don't even know why we continue to play. Like the last thing I want to know.
If it's in your bank account, it's secure.
Yeah.
FDI insured.
Yeah, but then people come
FDIC.
take little bits of it from you at your house or whatever the case is. You got to buy a gate. More money, more problems, just like Biggie said.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
I think our love affair for Michael Phelps might rightfully go to the wayside. I don't know if you paid attention to what happened over the weekend at all. Simone Biles? She's won 7 straight U.S. gymnastics titles to make it to the Olympics once again.
Okay.
But she has not lost the gymnastics title in the United States. And there's lots of good gymnasts in the United States, correct? Since
I don't know. I don't watch it.
2013. Since 2013. That's insane. She's only 24 years old. So she's been winning those for the last 8 years. Do the math. She's been doing it since she was 15, 16. Winning the gymnastics titles, which automatically gets her a spot on the Olympic team, as you can imagine. Are you going to watch the Olympics this year?
I don't think there's going to be an Olympics this year.
Well, they are. Well, I don't know. They say that they're going to go through with it, but I guess a lot of people in Japan are upset that they're going forward with it. It's going to be a later summer Olympics. Things seem to be shaking out fine, at least here in the United States. I really haven't been paying attention to how things are going around the globe. I heard India had a big, what do they call it, surge of coronavirus cases about a month or two ago, but then we rushed them a bunch of vaccines, or somebody got their vaccine approved there, so now things are starting to shape out a little bit better. I got to think Japan is in a better space, especially if they're going to have the Olympics there, to obtain vaccines, get people vaccinated, and push forward with the Olympics, because the Olympics are about money, big time money. And I know people aren't going to be allowed to travel there, but they're still going to have the athletes there, and the money that they make from just people watching will pay long-term effects for it. Why do you think cities bid so much for the Olympics?
I don't know. I just think with the pandemic, it seems like it wasn't going to happen, but maybe it will.
If there are Olympics, are you going to watch it with nobody in the stands and all that stuff, or just locals in the stands?
No, I mean, I'm more of a Winter Olympics person than I am a Summer
What's your
Olympics.
What's your favorite summer? What do you call that? Competition.
Event?
Yeah, event.
I don't know if I have one. I guess maybe diving.
Diving. Big Greg Louganis fan.
I'm trying to think of what else there is. I mean, what am I going to watch people run in a circle on track, or throw the shot put, or do the? Yeah, I've
joked about it.
I
before.
would rather watch ice skating than watch people do tumbling.
I've joked about it before, but the first time I ever saw it, and it was so cool looking because the way they made it, it was a fake course, it was a fake river. It was right there, right next to the real river in London when they did the Olympics in 2012, and it was the kayaking. And the whitewater kayaking was so cool because these guys had to maneuver and get around these obstacles in the whitewater kayaks
in the shortest amount of time, right?
Yeah. And
I've seen that.
It was kind of like slalom. You had to go through the certain gates, and if you missed the gate, you got a docked time. That, I think, is the best Summer Olympics event.
Have you ever seen these crazy people that kayak over a waterfall?
The winter ones are the way better.
The ones where they kayak over a waterfall. I don't know if you've ever seen this. It happens. There's a couple big waterfalls. I'm talking huge waterfalls. That should be an Olympic sport, and how they land it.
Yeah, but you have people breaking
50, 100.
See, you can't do
150
that.
feet.
That's X Games. ESPN's got the market cornered on that. That's X Games.
See, I don't even know when are the X Games on. I guess that's more what
I don't even know
watch.
if they do the X Games anymore because cutbacks. I mean,
yeah. There's a big waterfall in Brazil. They could build one though.
Bill Simmons, Keith Olbermann, and Dan Patrick should get together and throw the X Games again.
I don't know. It's just not too. Maybe things have become too extreme with our access to watching anything and everything nowadays.
Yeah,
and my obsession with YouTube,
especially people running around a track.
And I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube. I've been talking about that. You can see all kinds of cool stuff that you're not going to see on TV. And then you go watch these guys, go through some obstacles. Maybe if I'm a kayaker, I don't know. So you think the Olympics are going to happen later this summer, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody's pushing forward. I mean, otherwise, why would Simone Biles been trying for her 7th straight U.S. gymnast title? There wasn't something at stake. She said she's getting ready for her second time doing an Olympic run. This is the second time she's won the gymnastics title going into an Olympic run. So, I mean, she's down to clown. Maybe if you know. Because we have
the bobsledding and the skull racing in the Winter Olympics.
What's skull racing? That sounds extreme.
That's the one where they go head down, head first, with their skull forward.
Oh, I think that's called skeleton or something like that.
Skeleton?
Luge?
Where they get on the it's like a bobsled where they go down the luge thing, but they're head first. I thought it was called skull racing or something like that. Skeleton racing?
That sounds badass. Okay, yeah. So they're on, but the luge is, okay, so luge, skeleton is belly down on the luge.
Yes. Okay, skeleton, not skull.
Luge is on your back with your head, with your feet leading.
Right.
Which would you rather?
And then they have the bobsled where they have the two people that get in there.
Bobsled's
That's still
old school.
good, though. It's still good.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. You're talking about dressing up like Daft Punk in both of them. Which one are you going to do?
I would rather. I like the skeleton one would lead with your head, but if I was to do it personally, no, I'd want to lead with my feet. That'd be a little weird.
Because you feel like you could stop yourself a little bit at 100 miles an hour with your feet.
You're not going to break
on
your
ice.
Neck. See, I don't know. There's just too many good things in the Winter Olympics. The Summer Olympics, to me, it just doesn't bring it.
I'm with you on that. There's no danger. There's no danger.